Welcome to Nonsense Sports. Back at it again. We are here. It's your boy Francis, aka Francis Talk NSS on Twitter. We have Ryan with the Carrie Underwood, the classic T-shirt in it, in special edition. When he went to that concert, he dude never take that shirt off. Carrie Underwood's #1 fan. Ryan's in the house. This is Nonsense Sports. We are on Zoom because.
Wow.
Oh man. We are on Zoom. We're putting in work. Coronavirus is out there taking over the world, but that cannot stop us. This is not Corona time.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't
Doing
stop.
our thing.
Get it. All right, man. So,
Looks out for y'all. Hopefully y'all like it.
wait, say what again?
Said hopefully y'all like this, our new little thing that we're trying out here with Zoom. Shout out to Zoom, although you're not sponsoring us.
I'm loving it, and I'm looking forward to giving us like a free membership. Zoom, give us.
But you pay for yours?
No, it's free, man. No, free trials.
I don't pay for mine.
No, free trials. All right, man. So the NFL is going crazy.
Y'all don't forget.
Oh yeah.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
You know what? Let's talk about that first, man. I mean, there has been so many movements so far in the NFL, and the Eagles have not made a big move. Yes, they brought in a corner, but they still don't have a top receiver. And how's Carson Wentz doing, man? Tell us about that. Why don't you start us off with letting us know how Carson Wentz is doing right now?
So Carson Wentz, as far as I'm aware, everything's going good. You know, he's fully healthy. He's going to be fully healthy coming into the season. He's got over the concussion from the cheap shot. Yes, cheap shot by Clowney there. So everything's going good there. As for the offseason, I've been kind of disappointed, I won't lie. However, I do love the trade for Slay, especially when we're going to be playing the Cowboys. Cooper burns us every time because our corners have been so bad lately. He's gone off. But
the Cowboys
Slay is up against – yeah, Cowboys have got worse.
Too soon? My bad. Sorry, Cowboys fans. Too soon. All right.
But anyhow, now we'll have Slay that'll be able to match up with Cooper, and you saw what Slay's done to Cooper the past couple times they've matched up, you know. So I'm looking forward to that, being able to shut Cooper down because he's been a big threat to us when we play the Cowboys, which they're our biggest rival out of all teams, you know. So as for anything else, you know, I mean, there's still some big names out there. I mean, you have Logan Ryan. I'm really surprised that guy's not been signed yet. Like, if we could. I highly doubt we're going to go sign him. But if we were to sign him as well and then have Slay on the other end, that'd be freaking awesome.
But so still, we're not worried about – so I guess not even going to worry about a running game, not going to worry about any wide receivers. They're just going full defense. That's it. Is that what they're doing now? I mean, yeah, defense wins championships. Well,
let's talk about Miles Sanders, man. This guy got robbed out of Rookie of the Year last year. He led – all running – now, he didn't lead all running backs, but rookie running backs, he led in all-purpose yards from line of scrimmage.
All right, tell me how many rushing yards – I'm on the computer right now. Like, I'm fully on the computer right now. You got to tell me how many rushing yards he had.
He had I'd say around 733. Then he had, I think, about 650 receiving.
Okay, he had 818 rushing yards, and he had 509. Well, I mean, it's pretty good numbers for a rookie, right?
Yeah.
And he did play all 16 games, which has been a problem for all of his running backs, so that's good. All right.
And that's splitting carries with Jordan Howard as well, so.
I mean, I really thought for a second there, the Eagles were going to try to go pick up Todd Gurley, if you ask me. It was a free agent.
No, I don't.
It would have come in cheap.
How'd they get past the physical to sign with the Falcons, man? Apparently the guy's knee still hurt.
Oh, he didn't pass the physical?
No, he passed it. He signed, but the reports are still saying that his knee's still hurt.
All right. So you still have not answered my question regarding the wide receiver. So I'm guessing the NFL draft – the Eagles, are they going to go all out when it comes to wide receivers? Are they going to try to pick up some rookie star out there? Like, I'm AJ Green going to become a free agent and go to the Eagles? I mean, who
AJ Green's still with Cincinnati for now because he got franchise tagged. I've heard rumors that OBJ's on the trade block. I would love to bring in OBJ. I mean, give up Alshon and next year's first round.
I texted you. I texted you as soon as OBJ said he was unhappy with the Browns. I asked you if they were going to sign up, if the Eagles were going to reach out to OBJ. I mean, they should, in theory.
I love OBJ. I mean, he's a fantastic player. Does he bring a little drama? Sure, but I mean, look at the teams he's been on. He hasn't been on anyone good. So I mean, that can change with the winning team. You know, I mean, and so then if we were say we were to trade for OBJ, get rid of Alshon, and next year's first rounder, which I'd be more than willing to give up, as well as mid-round pick for that trade to bring in OBJ. We'd have OBJ at 1, and then with our 21st pick, we could either – I'm hoping that the Eagles can either move up a little, or at 21 we can draft Lamb or Jefferson. Those are my top 2. Ruggs is 3.
If you ask me, Idaho State University has some great wide receivers. They should definitely look at them. Practice squad. All right, man.
You're not wrong.
Any kind of shade? Do you want to throw any shade at the Cowboys fans from the Eagles' point perspective, or is it too soon?
I'm sorry your guys' O-line got worse.
Your running back got paid, and he got lazy and fat last year, but whatever.
Well, granted, they didn't have – if you look at the stats, though, with Frederick out, though, which he missed all last year because of that sickness or whatnot, and that's the reason why they did bad. But the year before, dude, when Frederick was in all 16 games, they were dynamite. I mean, so he's going to be a huge loss for the team last year, as it showed, and he's going to be another big loss for the team this year as well.
Okay. Moving on, more NFL free agency. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, the New England Patriots. It's a really bad breakup. I know that we're talking about it, but it's kind of like awkwardly talking about it. Like,
the dynasty is over. How long have you all been waiting to say that? And can I just say the Eagles were the last team to defeat Brady and Belichick when it matters the most? Boom. End game. Mic drop. Boom.
With Nick Foles, who just made bank after playing one – what did he play, like 2 quarters with the Jags? And now he's going to be the starting quarterback somewhere. Never mind.
I say the Jags are stupid.
Okay, so –
They'll always be the Jags. It's kind of like the Browns will always be the Browns.
All right. We're getting off topic over here. I don't want to talk about the Eagles beating the New England Patriots a long time ago.
You want to talk about the Eagles.
But I want to talk about Tom Brady, and I want to talk about the Patriots. All right, who's going to win next season? Like, who will be the most accomplished? It's going to be Bill Belichick, which everybody's saying that Bill Belichick will be successful, and they still haven't answered the quarterback question. Like, I understand that Bill Belichick is a great coach, has a great system, but at some point in time, you're going to have to fill up the position. And don't get me wrong, but I don't really trust Brian Hoyer to, like, lead him to the playoffs. Like, I don't see that.
No, I agree. I'm going to give it to Tom Brady taking it this next year. I mean, he's got a pretty good team. He's got Mike Evans. He's got Chris Godwin. He's got O.J.
Got a
Howell.
visitor. Come here, bro. Oh, man, keep going, man. We're good.
And so he's got the weapons on offense, whereas New England, who do they have? Brian Hoyer at quarterback? When was the last time he ever started a game? And who do they got at receiver? Julian Edelman, who I believe is strongly overrated.
Didn't he start for the Texans for a couple of games?
Hoyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a reason why he didn't stay full-time starter.
Yeah.
Am I right or am I right there?
I mean, he did win. He went for the Texans, and he went to the Colts, and he got benched for he got traded. Okay, so how they remind me how the Hoyer ended up with the Patriots. Reminded me how he ended up with the Patriots as a third string quarterback.
I don't know, honestly.
I'm pretty sure he went to the Colts to be the backup, to be the starter. Then he got benched for. Then he got traded for what's his name, and that's how he ended up there.
Yeah, that guy, then that guy, and
that guy. He ended up with the Patriots somehow, somewhere. Nobody really cares. Give me 3 QBs that could end up being the starting quarterback for the Patriots, or are they looking at the draft? I mean, think about it. What if somehow, some way, Bill Belichick pulls out Lawrence?
See, that's what I was going to say. They're going to tank. They got no one really on, honestly. Yeah. And then they got Van Noy, that's huge. I mean, they got Gilmore, but their defense isn't going to carry them with that offense has got nothing.
Yeah.
And so that they're going to tank for Lawrence, then they're going to get Lawrence, and then Belichick's going to be coaching from his grave when Lawrence is still there in year 17 or something. They've got 5 more Super Bowls.
Do you think okay, let's say it's not going to happen. It's very unrealistic, but this is like just talking some nonsense real quick. If the Patriots go 0-16, will Bill Belichick lose any credibility? Would he be even would his job be at risk, or is he just chilling out? Is he like Steve Kerr and the Warriors right now? Hey, we want to say something?
He's almost like Steve Kerr. He's invincible. No matter what they do, he's got job security there.
I love Lucas. I guess Lucas is not agreeing with us. All right, Barbara, give me a second. Let me finish saying my point. Because Steve Kerr, he took the super relaxed perspective and point of view to the whole season. He was like, "Hey, man, we won championships, we won so many games. What do you guys want, to continue this forever? Yeah, whatever. I got paid, they got paid. It happens, right, Barbara?" All right, moving on. Okay, so the Tom Brady is winning, right?
Yep.
I don't think either party's going to win. I'm pretty sure that it does not matter what Tom Brady does. I mean, he could win him 10 games. He could even make him to the playoffs. It would not even surprise me, but I'm rooting against Tom Brady because I really wanted him to retire. I do not think that he's going to create any kind of production. Look at Brett Favre. Look at players that had their run. They peaked. They were at the top of the game. And instead of saying, you know what, I'm already in a decline. I already have my down years. I'm just going to walk away now on a high horse, right?
But can you say that about Brett Favre? Because he kind of unretired twice when he had a stint with the Vikings and the Jets.
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure if anybody will call him, I'm pretty sure he'll come back and play, right?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. When he played with the Vikings, he did great, had a great year, and they got screwed out of going to the Super Bowl that year because of Bannergate. But after that year, when he went to the Jets and whatnot, it was bad. He should have hung it up after that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Sorry.
This is trying to tell you how bad it was. It was bad. It was so bad. My turn. Okay. So, man, coming to think about it, Brady was throwing to nobody's last year, and now he's gonna go and throwing to Mike Evans. So all he has to do is toss it up in the air, and they got a solid run game.
Avoid him in fantasy, though.
Tom Brady or Mike Evans, or both.
Brady.
I'm not drafting him in fantasy. He already screwed me 2 years ago. You want to go with your mom? Go with your mom. I love you. All right. So Robert went back to bed. All right. You're question number 2. You want to come sit down with me and talk a little sports? Okay, cool. All right, cool. On to the next topic. Now, this has nothing to do with free agency, but it kind of bothers me that the Kansas City Chiefs, what did they do last year? They won the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
They did everything right. Now, if you ask me, they haven't – how come we're not talking about them repeating? We're not talking about them being the top team. We're not even talking about them making moves to make themselves better. I mean, I don't think that their running game – I mean, yeah, Patrick Mahomes is going to do anything and everything, but teams will be prepare for him. They're going to mark that game on the schedule and make sure they do not get –
You saw a glimpse of that last year, too, where he did struggle at times as well.
And what happened if he gets injured again with that foot? There's so many factors, and it just seems like either maybe they're just chilling it out because they want it and they made it to the top. But at the same time, I don't think that they should – I think they should be making moves. Any good team should be making moves. Is that right, baby?
Papa.
All right, perfect. Go with your mom.
Yep.
Go tell your mom and say I love her. All right, go. I love you. Say bye. All right, we'll see how many more visitors we get by the time we get done. All right, so Kansas City Chiefs. Should we be talking about them or no? Are we just right to ignore them or maybe they're doing the right thing by having a quiet free agency? I mean,
it never hurts to have a quiet free agency more because you don't want to make too much noise. Then you're going into the season with a lot of noise already. You kind of want to go in with a quiet off season, kind of under the radar and whatnot, and let the hype be around elsewhere.
That's true. I mean, they're going to win 10 games for sure. Okay. Cam Newton's future. And not just Cam Newton, but I also want to talk about Jameis Winston.
Scam Newton.
Scam Newton. Maybe. Who knows? Okay, Cam Newton, Jameis Winston's. Who will have a better season? I mean, Jameis Winston is out of a job, right? Obviously.
Hey, I'm gonna go Winston just because that guy can put up 30 for 30, man. Who else can say they did that? Average almost 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions a game. MVP.
I'm pretty sure
of the year,
there was some game that he did like 3 to 4 interceptions. Like he put teams back into games. Like they were blowing out. I don't know who was it that were blowing out one game. They were blowing out, and he just like, all right, cool. It's the third quarter. I'll just throw like 3 interceptions and make this a game.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but yeah, he had a few terrible ones.
I have no, who I don't know who I was talking to, but when it comes to like fantasy football, we were talking about making interceptions count a lot more than just -1 point, because he will still put up like 54 points on fantasy football, but he could throw like 6 interceptions and only get like what, -6. We should fix that. Just saying, I'm winning your league this year. I'm tired of me getting second place. Just
who's the champ, Francis?
I don't even know who you are, man. I don't even know who you are. All right, so where's Cam going? To the Bears, to the Patriots, Dolphins, Jags. I have a sleeper team, and I think I want to say you want to hear my idea on Cam Newton?
I want to hear yours.
All right, Cam to the Broncos. Von Miller, Chubb on defense. Chubb's finally gonna have that breakout season that he did not have last year. They're gonna have
Miller's past his prime too, though.
Huh? So what?
Miller's past his prime. He ain't as good as he once was.
Dude, all he has to do is show up for like 3 games, and one of them has to be the Super Bowl. That's it. That is it. That is it. Who knows? They might even sign you David Clowney at this point in time. Who knows? The Texans might even give up J.J. Watt for a 3rd-round pick. I mean, will you put it past the Texans right now? I'm sorry, Texans fans, but I have no idea. The Houston Texans and the Houston Rockets and the Houston Astros are going through some type of midlife crisis that is just like just blowing your whole franchise up.
These guys need to be under watch all the time because there could be some bad stuff going on, because that whole city's about to erupt, man.
Going to Houston right now, I'd be more afraid of like their sports management moves and to be getting robbed. Like people be out there, hey man, I'll give you Russell Westbrook, and I'll be like, nah man, I'm good. The Jazz are good. Everything's good.
But you can have him for a 2nd-round pick 5 years down the road.
At some point in time, Russell Westbrook going to get traded for a Starbucks like franchise. Like, hey,
Texans literally bent over willingly and let the Cardinals take advantage of them from behind.
Yeah, sideways.
That's how bad that deal was.
Sideways and upstairs.
Johnson, man. Like, don't get me wrong. He was good a few years back, but injuries, and not as much playing time. I mean, dude, the guy got outplayed by Kenyon Drake last year. Did absolutely nothing in Miami. Then comes here and freaking tears it up in Arizona. And so, David Johnson for DeAndre Hopkins, arguably the top wide receiver in the whole NFL.
Traded? What did he get traded for? Like a copy machine and like a 4th-round pick? Like,
yeah.
Who are you going to draft in a 4th-round pick that is going to make plays like DeAndre Hopkins? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything about 4th-round picks. All I'm saying is, like, you have a number 1 receiver.
Tom Brady was the very last pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Easy, man.
Yeah,
easy.
Well, you're right. But you have DeAndre Hopkins. You have one of the top leaders. Like, you can throw that. Okay, you could live in Miami. You could throw up a pass in Kansas, and you can be like, it's cool because DeAndre Hopkins is going to be up there.
Right.
When DeAndre Hopkins, buddy?
So, I don't know. Stupid. Yeah. I give the Texans an F on that trade because they improved nowhere because they have Lamar Miller coming back. Do they not?
But either way, he's coming up from an injury. Like, it doesn't really matter at this point in time.
But still. But then they bring in an injury-plagued running back.
Who is it? Kenny Stills?
Yeah, they have Kenny Stills and whatnot. And now it seems like Deshaun Watson's pissed off about it. I mean –
I heard more rumors about Deshaun Watson going to the Patriots next year than anything else. Like that, dude, it's amazing.
So, in my fantasy league, I have Deshaun Watson. No chance I'm keeping this guy for fantasy this year, because in the league that we do, it's keepers league, and I kept him last year, and he paid off. But this year, who's he got to throw to? No one. No one.
Yeah.
I am dropping that boy quicker than I drop a hot potato, yo.
Well, it's not out of the microwave. We should be good on it. All right. So, man, so where's Jameis Winston going? Is he
Famous Jameis will go to the free agent list.
to the Dolphins?
No, the free agent list.
To the free agent list. He's going to sit there for a while there. He's going to wait for one of the Colts QB to get hurt so he can go and play for the Colts for a little bit. Oh, man. Congratulations, Teddy Bridgewater. Speaking of Cam Newton being a scammer, Teddy Bridgewater played 5 games last season. And what did he make, $66 million?
60, I think. And he took your job from you, scam. How do you feel?
Yeah. Like, this is what I don't get about Teddy Bridgewater. I'm I thought it was signed a 4-year worth $6.85 million with okay, never mind. Where did I get 68 from? 6.85. That's not bad, right? No, signed a 3-year. No, see, yeah. Teddy Bridgewater signed a 3-year, $63 million contract with the Carolina Panthers, including a $15,000 signing bonus and $33,000 guaranteed.
How'd that be? 50.
Damn.
That 50,000 is more than I'm making a freaking year. Just to sign my name, I get 50,000. Man, I clearly picked the wrong profession here.
Hey, look who's back. We both picked the wrong profession here. All right, so I don't even want to talk about Teddy Bridgewater anymore. We talk about the Texans. Marcus Mariota to the Oakland Raiders. Am I the only person who's like pretty confused about this?
No, you're not.
No?
It doesn't make sense.
At all.
I'm gonna get serve as backup. That's about it.
Well, as a backup, or is the pressure on Derek Carr? And we got more visitors.
I'd say a little of both. I mean, I believe it's Derek Carr's job to lose, and Mariota's there to take that job when Derek Carr fails.
So what is Mariota going to do that he could not do with the Tennessee Titans? I mean, obviously –
Nothing.
just nothing. That's it. It's just nothing. Dude, okay. You know what? There you go, Raiders. So the LA Raiders.
I'm sad to see this with Mariota. I like Mariota coming out of college. I really wanted the Eagles to trade up and draft him when he was coming out. But looking back now, I'm kind of glad they haven't, just because he's been injury plagued. And his career hasn't turned out like.
So has Carson Wentz. Just saying. Oh, but yeah, Carson Wentz did win a Super Bowl.
I will kill
My bad. Okay, so
it's Michael Scott that I said that.
I'm still. I don't know. There's so many moves and so many things to talk about when it comes to the NFL. When it comes to like winners and
there hasn't been anything like huge though.
No, nothing like really.
Outside the DeAndre Hopkins trade, I mean,
yeah,
nothing's been absolutely significant in my opinion.
But the thing about DeAndre Hopkins is like he got traded for a pick. That was it. Like, what do you say to that? Like, how does that change? Obviously.
Well, like it kind of makes me mad. Like the Eagles, we need the number 1 wide receiver, obviously.
Yeah.
Why didn't we inquire? I mean, we could have done a sign and trade with Jordan Howard, sent them a better back than David Johnson, and given him a next year's first-round pick. I'd be happy giving him this year's first-round pick as well. DeAndre Hopkins a freaking stud. I mean, do you realize how much DeAndre Hopkins would elevate that Eagles offense? Like that, any offense that DeAndre Hopkins
they'll go from having no receivers to having like one amazing wide receiver. And Miles Sanders.
And that opens up the field for the rest of the team as well. So, yeah, I mean –
obviously, yeah.
I'm kind of pissed at the Eagles for not doing anything because the Cardinals did nothing to get him.
It's weird.
So I don't know.
Okay, tell me one team that who's the biggest loser so far in free agency?
Patriots.
Ooh.
I mean, am I wrong? I mean, they've lost Kyle Van Noy. He's one of their best defensive players.
Yeah.
And then they just basically their entire offense and Tom Brady. And
And they also released Stephen Gostkowski after 14 seasons, so that was great.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I mean, he did miss an extra point and field goal in the Super Bowl against the Eagles, but
You have like the best Eagles memory. We need to do like an
I do
Eagles
it.
trivia when it comes to see how deep it goes into it.
Absolutely.
All right.
So yeah, they're my loser. Winner in free agency. This is hard to say. I mean, I'd almost have to give it to the Cardinals just because of that trade for Hopkins. They gave up nothing to get him.
Yeah.
And I mean, because you're now going to have Christian Kirk, you're going to have Larry Fitzgerald, who Larry Fitzgerald is on my Mount Rushmore of wide receivers all time, and then DeAndre Hopkins, who's currently the
surprisingly
arguably one of the number one receiver in the league.
For Larry Fitzgerald, I think he's coming back this year, right? And he's a surprisingly reliable option for that. What's the name of that young QB? I forgot his name.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Kyler Murray. Whatever. I didn't like him at first, but hey, he's doing good now. I'm gonna pick him up.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I mean, Fitzgerald, he's going to be great to have around. I mean, that's going to open him up more because he ain't dropping nothing, man. The guy's got more tackles in his career than he does dropped passes.
Yeah.
That's insane for a wide receiver to do that, man.
I got to agree with you for the Cardinals. Also, the guy Kenyon Drake, their defense should still be solid. Even Terrell Suggs was not doing much out there. They're not paying anybody.
I mean, they still got Chandler Jones, who led the league in sacks last year.
Yeah.
Then they have Pat Pete still.
Damn, it's so definitely the Cardinals. I heard a rumor that the Browns were doing great things with themselves, but I haven't heard anything about the Browns.
The Browns will be the Browns no matter what they do in the offseason.
Yeah,
they'll bring it up in the regular season.
I really want the Bears to reach out to either Cam Newton. I really want the Bears and the Broncos to reach out to Cam Newton. I really want one of them to sign it. I mean,
I don't see the Bears doing that. I think the Bears got Nick Foles, and they got a good deal for him. I think he's going to come in. I think the Bears can get back to what they were a couple years ago now that they have him. Because the Bears just brought in – who was a edge rusher there that they just signed? They're going to have him opposite of Khalil Mack and Geno Atkins on that D-line. That D-line's going to be scary good. And then, of course,
yeah,
Eddie Jackson they still have.
Maybe I just want to see Cam Newton. Cam Newton was one of my favorite players for the longest of times. Back when he was in Auburn, I've been a Cam Newton one. Hater. Okay, real quick, a thought on the Giants, whatever they're doing with their lives.
Nothing. So who's your losing team in free agency so far?
So far, I want to say the Atlanta Falcons. Sounds really weird. I don't think that Todd Gurley was a good trade for him. They don't have the O-line to keep him healthy, and if they're gonna think they're gonna run him to the ground, the Rams already did that. Okay, they already ruined Devontae Freeman. They already pretty much ruined Tevin Coleman. I don't think Todd Gurley is going to be a difference maker going into that culture, going into the Atlanta Falcons. Julio Jones has not been 100%, or either not been 100%, or maybe he has not been the player that we all expected with him and Matty Ice, which makes everything pretty messed up for it. Plus, Matty Ice is ice cold when it comes to not doing anything for this job. So I don't think that the Atlanta Falcons are doing anything, are not helping themselves out. They may have big names, but they're also going to take big losses. I don't think that's a good team at all. Also, I never really I feel like Matty Ice has been the destroyer of Julio Jones. Yes, he puts up 1,000 receiving yards per season. But at the same time, this man, this dude he's a walking 100 yards per game. But look at his red zone targets. Look at how many touchdowns he has over the last couple of years. I will be frustrated. I mean, Julio Jones having that much talent and having that much skill to be not targeted when the game counts the most. We know he could do it. Dude is 7'5". Nobody can jump over him. That should be his number one job. So I don't think the Atlanta Falcons have done anything good for them. Selves.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. So yeah, that's my view. I just went on a rant over there with my eyes. My bad. All right, man. We're gonna play. We got 1 minute. I'm gonna shout you out a team. You're gonna tell me like your first thing that comes to your mind. Ready? And then
Ready.
we're gonna do some conclusions, and that's it. And we're done. We got like 3 minutes left. You ready? All right, Seattle
Ready.
Seahawks.
Russell Wilson.
Ooh, 10 wins.
Yeah, 10 wins.
Kansas.
They're only gonna get better.
Washington Redskins.
Trash.
Carolina Panthers with Teddy Bridgewater. 10 wins.
No, they'll be lucky to get 5.
Ooh, burn. Aaron Rodgers. And
Over the hill.
Oh, wow. New Jersey Jets. New York Jets.
Who?
Las Vegas Raiders. What's the deal? Are they going to have a winning season?
Stock.
Oh, wow. It's over now. All right, man. You want to give us some 30 seconds of nonsense for conclusion when it comes to the NFL?
All right, here we go. This has been a terrible offseason. Nothing great has happened, in my opinion. Like I was expecting something a lot more, a lot better. I was expecting some bigger blockbuster trades, but I mean, you can't even call the DeAndre Hopkins a blockbuster trade. That was just a freaking straight. They got him for nothing. That is not a blockbuster trade. That is a straight trash trade, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's been boring offseason. Like nothing big, nothing out of the books that no one saw coming. And so it's been boring. I mean, it's all we got in sports right now because everything else it's canceled.
Yeah.
And this is what we get for our NFL free agency.
So,
I'm typically I look forward to it, and it's good. You see some big trades. Nothing.
I have to agree with you that now since we
could use it the most. Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, since
Hashtag
we cannot
not
talk about LeBron James and the LA Lakers for the time being winning championships. So, yeah. My final thoughts, it's been I agree with you. Completely, entirely agree with you. Nothing has been exciting about this free agency, and they're trying to make it. I am looking forward to XFL players going into the NFL and making a name for themselves. I know PJ Walker is one of the names. There's a running back out there that the Eagles are looking at. I don't know their names, but I want to hear their stories once they make it to the NFL. I tried to watch some XFL games. It was really bad timing on my part, and I apologize to the XFL. Next year, I will do more than bet on your games. Right? I think so.
Yep.
All right, man. We got a minute left. This is your boy Francis Talks NSS. This is Nonsense Sports.
This is Ryan.
Everybody stay safe. Get away from the coronavirus. Make sure you guys
as you can see, we are quarantined away from each other.
Yeah, quarantine and chilling. I'm gonna try to put my kids to bed now.
Chill. We're gonna go play some Call of Duty.
Huh? Actually, yeah. If you're down, I'm down, man. You're on Xbox, right?
Yep. You have Call of Duty?
Yeah, I do. I got the Modern Warfare.
Dope. Well, let's play it.
All right, man. I'll see you in about 30 seconds. All right. Be easy, man. There you go. Say goodbye to the Carry Underwood. Woo! This is Nonsense Sports. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great day. Deuces.
Yes.